Venture capitalists from across the country are about to venture into our region looking for promising companies to invest in. They're coming to Pittsburgh for the Three Rivers Venture Fair. Mike Stubler is managing director of Draper Triangle Ventures right here in our region, and Kelly Szejko is president of the Pittsburgh Venture Capital Association. And welcome back. Good to see you both.
Thanks, Bill.
Here we are again. It's been 2 years since you did this.
Yes.
Yeah, so how's this one shaping up?
This one is shaping up great. I think having the short break, we have so many companies now that applied to present at the fair, so a lot more applications were filed. We have over 225 committee members, over 75 sponsors, so it's shaping up great. I couldn't ask for anything more.
That's really cool. A lot of VC interest in this sort of thing, Mike?
Yeah, it's a great event, Bill. In the last fair, we had over 60 venture firms from around the country represented here. I think this time we'll be approaching 75. It's one of the premier events in the country. We'll have a lot of VC firms from the East Coast, Chicago, and even a few from the West Coast.
Well, that's great. Where do the companies come from that are presenting?
You know, this year, and it varies, but this year 6 states are represented.
Wow.
I'd say about 2/3 of them are local. About the rest, the other third, it's Illinois, Kentucky, Ohio, Massachusetts, Michigan. So a lot of states are represented. As the word gets out, as the fair builds, more companies start applying from all over.
Well, it says a lot about our region, though, that we're kind of on the map as a place where the companies would want to be and the VCs would want to be.
Yeah, Bill, there's a tremendous deal flow and entrepreneurial environment here. With Carnegie Mellon and Project Olympus, with Innovation Works and Alpha Lab, and just a lot of different efforts going on that are really focused on commercializing technology and starting new companies. So there's a lot of opportunities, which is drawing a lot of VC interest, from around the country.
You get a feeling nationwide. I mean, there's so much uncertainty about the economy these days, but there people are out there looking for deals. I mean, they're really shopping.
They are because, despite the macroeconomic environment, innovation doesn't stop. And there's still great ideas and still great companies churning out of these various research institutions. So innovation doesn't stop, so early stage investing doesn't stop, despite the macro conditions.
How do you vet the companies that get to present? I mean, how are they chosen?
Well, we have a selection committee of over 30 investors. The applications are filed online. Then the investors review the applications. We have multiple phone calls, 2-hour phone calls at a time to select the best companies. We selected 34 this time.
And so what's the test? I mean, these are companies that are really ready to go. They're
venture
ready to get
backable.
that.
That's the test. Are they venture backable companies?
Many of them have received angel investment, friends and family money in the past, and now we're at that level where we feel that they're ready for their first institutional round, a Series A investment, from an institutional investor, like a venture capitalist. The
fair has been going on for years now. Do you have some success stories? I mean, companies that really got their big kick as a result of appearing in the fair?
Definitely. Well, it started in 2002, and I've kept track of it over all the years, and over 50% of the companies have raised funding as a direct result of the fair itself. So we've had companies like Reno Solutions. Dynamics was a company that presented at the last fair, and they're doing very well. So yes, we have a number of success stories.
Well, you see, some of these companies are starting to turn into real players here in our region.
Yeah, we do have a very vibrant technology community here. Sometimes it doesn't get enough press and people aren't aware of it, but there's an awful lot going on. And actually, there's a lot of regions in the country that are very envious of what we're doing here and trying to copy it.
So we've got a lot of innovation flow. We got a lot of companies being formed. Do we have enough money to really fuel all the potentials that's here in the region right now?
At this point, in terms of venture capital that's focused on early stage investing that's based here in the region, we're probably at near historic lows.
Wow.
Just because of some of the macro conditions that have occurred and the typical pension funds that put money into venture capital firms due to their public portfolios. They have been pulling back somewhat on their investing in alternative investments, which is what the asset class that venture capital falls into. However, there's been more angel investors, individual investors investing and putting a significant amount of capital to work, as well as we've been attracting a lot of out-of-town VC firms from the East Coast and the West Coast. A lot of it is sparked by the fair. We get people here, see what's going on, and interested in the region. And so there's still money available. There's just less that's locally based right now.
Okay, but I guess the lesson for those entrepreneurs or the people really trying to build these businesses, you can find capital. It's just you can't necessarily walk down the street and knock on somebody's door and know it's local money.
Yes, it's better if we can get local money in it, because then the companies are more assured to stay here once they develop. Where if they get West Coast money, there's always that lure to try to attract them out west.
Sure. Well, hopefully the conditions will shift and we'll start to see more local money at play for people interested. And if they're an investor checking out these companies, when's the fair and how do they find out more?
September 21st and 22nd. The website is www.3rvf.com. All the information's on the website.
Very good. 3rvf.com. Kelly Szejko, Mike Stubler, Three Rivers Venture Fair. Thank you both so much.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks,
Thanks
Bill.
for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. When we return, the global story of Zenith Infotech, an IT company with ties between Pittsburgh and Mumbai. Stay with us.